EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. Underway here in Las Vegas. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Now the NFL's leading rusher a season ago, Josh Jacobs. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. 2nd down, Howell back to pass. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10.
Got it.
A guy coming off a career high in rushing yards last year. Here's Aaron Jones. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
Another strong run from the underrated Aaron Jones, who really deserves more credit for what he has done for the Packers. Even splitting carries in an offense that loves to throw it around, Jones put up his 3rd 1,000-yard season in the last 4 years.
Here we go. Set.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. They will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers are on the board first here in Vegas. Anders Carlson now for the point after.
And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers.
Makes the score Packers 7, Raiders nothing. Anders Carlson making off for the Packers.
So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. With a returner, Trey Tucker going to bring this one out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
First down, Howell to throw. That's to a man who's used to catching passes in the green and gold, Davante Adams. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
From the 46, here's a 2nd and 4. Here's Howell to throw on 2nd down. Looking left side, and he's got him in. But I think the ball's out. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now a 2nd and 6.
19 Tiger, go!
Once again, it's Jacobs. And all the way down inside the 5 of the 4. 46 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Jacobs going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people.
And he's in! Touchdown, Raiders! Josh Jacobs, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. It's
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Nixon now from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away. And they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
Second down, another shot for Jones.
And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Early down stuff to put this offense in precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Here's 3rd and 7.
Wait. Call red. Hey, Blue. Black shot.
They just do get the playoff. Love going to throw it. And that is incomplete.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
On now is the Packers punter, standing just outside his own goal line. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
From the 31, here's a 2nd down and 9. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
7-7, our score after 1. Howell throwing on first down here.
He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down.
The Raiders had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
From just shy of midfield, here's a second down and 6. They'll go play action. Howell. He's across midfield.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line.
Back to the running game with Jacobs.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
This 2nd and 4. Counter play with Jacobs.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Off play action, it's Howell.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Davante Adams. With career touchdown number 91, he joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Carlson now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Nixon now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really has relished.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it? No, he didn't. Love now to pass on first down.
Toward the sideline, intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Now their last 2 drives both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
That big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. Here's 2nd and 10. 2nd down. Howell now. Open man is Myers. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. Now they go play action with Howell. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Second and 10, Howell. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And once more, Howell back to the air. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 32-yard line. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 13-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 86 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
I don't think anyone thought we'd see a run facing second and that long, and that element of surprise, I think, helped make that play so successful. Nice effort on that carry, and it took what seemed like second and impossible, now has him within throwing range of a first down.
This is caught. Touchdown Raiders. Austin Hooper, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25.
Okay, right?
About
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Love from the gun. Man open, here is Jones. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Ready. Cheetah. Okay.
Love. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Barr. And the Raiders are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity lost.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now a timeout called for by the defense as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Second down and a little more than a yard here. Now Howell. That's caught by Myers. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And Howell will throw it. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Second down throw for Howell. That's complete into the hands of Myers. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Myers may be one of the most unsung wide receiver ones of the last 2 seasons with over 800 yards of steady production both years. The Raiders add him to a loaded receiver room, and they'll rely on him to move the chains as he did in New England.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Another throw for Howell. Is Myers again with another catch. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. Nixon now from his end zone. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing. Love. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Now a fair catch is called for and taken a few yards across midfield. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 109 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick. He's been decisive. And he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Right back to him on first down. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Solid effort by Jair Alexander there defensively.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're...
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
On third down, Love. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
On now is the Packers punter as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is fielded at the 7. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Adams. And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. This is fielded at the 27. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10.
At their own 36-yard line.
Here we go.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Okay, ready?
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
Ready.
Love now. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
Ready,
This
set.
offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that's caught at the 25. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 42 yards. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, his struggles continue. Open targets, and he keeps missing them, pressing way too much. He may have a big arm, but until he learns how to harness it and have some touch, he's going to continue to struggle.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half, and for this defense, they take advantage. Turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 24. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Nixon now from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one,
down the numbers. There he goes. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now Love, he's got this complete to Jones. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
it's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. Well, we just saw shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play, one-on-one matchup of someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. On play action, Love to throw, and he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Divine Diablo. And the Raiders are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Jacobs going to try the middle, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They'll run right here with Jacobs. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 133 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
First down, here's White. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And the Packers are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Here we go. Here we go.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to it.
And down he goes, brought down a Raiders sack. And now they're in a hurry up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Desperation time here. Love on 4th down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And a timeout taken. Just 6 seconds away from the 2-minute warning. This defense wanted to stop the clock prior to that, and they do. Al now to throw it. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So we erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
Throwing here, Howell. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Carlson able to put this one through. So he's been automatic. automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Give him 30 yards there.
A gain of 30. First down.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's taken down inside the 30. Now they got to get to the line quickly. First down, Love to pass. He finds his man, complete. It's Reed. And down inside the 15 he goes. Jordan Love ready on first down here. Steps away to his left. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jordan Love, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Packers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Carlson's extra point up and good. And the lead now down to 20. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. Oh, I think the Packers got it. Yep, Green Bay football. Great job by the kick team there to get the football, but also don't forget about the man that started it, the lonesome kicker himself.
I love that you brought him into it because he doesn't get nearly the attention he deserves. Oftentimes it's only when it's negative. And
oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it. I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
So it's a win here for the Raiders, and it was thanks in no small part to the play of their quarterback.